Well, howdy, folks. DaveMan here again. Rollman Revolution. The state of affairs in the United States, in my opinion, has never been so good. It has never been so good because you, for the first time in, 4 years, you actually have somebody at the helm who knows what the hell they're doing. Now, there are a lot of people who are still upset, and I continue to keep running into them when I go out to the beaches where I'm at, or I see T-shirts here and there, or even see bumper stickers. I bumped into a gentleman the other day while I was at the beach, and I saw a Harris bumper sticker on his car, and I kind of looked at the gentleman from afar because I was thinking anybody who has gone to that great length to put a sticker on their car that says Kamala Harris for president would concern me. So I walked up to the gentleman and I asked him if I could ask him a question or so. And I said, I see the bumper sticker on the back of your car. And he goes, oh, this isn't my car. This is my sister-in-law's car. He was quick to jump all over that. And I think the reasons why is because everybody, even within the Democrat Party now, are ashamed to even be associated with what that party has now become. Now, if you're a person that doesn't pay attention to this nonsense like I do, the Democrat Party just recently elected their new DNC and DNC chair and DNC vice chair. One person in particular, his name is David Hogg, H-O-G-G. He's under the age of 30, if I'm not mistaken, and this is the direction the Democrat Party wants to take their future. Now, I don't know about you, but when you get your ass handed to you the way that you did in this last election, you have to have that moment of silence, a moment of recollection, a moment of peace to try to figure out what the hell it is that you did severely wrong to lose so bad. But that's not what's happening on the Democrat side. You saw Chuck Schumer and Jamie Raskin and all of them getting out in front of the front lawn of the USAID and saying that what Elon Musk is doing is wrong. They don't care about the fact that they uncovered large sums of money being funneled off the American tax dollars to be utilized and used in order to destroy this country. Now, I want you to think about that for a minute. So the tax dollars that you pay into this government goes into the kitty, so to speak, and then they appropriate all that money out to different agencies, to different, groups. But the whole purpose of that money is to help, not destroy. So how in hell's name do we have organizations within our own government working actively against the people who pay their salary? That's mental. But yet, that's the kind of stuff that's going on behind the scenes in your government. And it took a person like Donald Trump to surround himself with a team that is willing to put this nation first. I want you to really think about this. This is the first time this has happened in my lifetime. This is an entirely different stage that has been set. Regardless of the pundits and conspiracy theorists out there who say that all of it is bullshit, it doesn't matter who's in office, that even Trump is another cast of the characters for this run-down operation, whatever that is, okay? I am telling you that Trump and this team is different. As a person, like I said, who's been watching this stuff for 20-something years, been talking about it, I live politics where most people can't stand it. It's something in the way that people talk, the way that people kind of stand in front of others and try to present themselves. That's where my interest is. I cannot stand when somebody is standing directly in front of me, presenting themselves as one way, when I know that their body language and their attitude and everything in them is feeling something entirely different. Now, politicians do this for a living. Their job is to try to convince you that the theories and the ideas that they have or are putting forward are the right ones. So a lot of them are filled with this ability to bullshit the hell out of you in order for you to get to believe that they actually have the true and so knowledge about where we should be taking this country. But as you can see what's happened, they fought for months, years, to try to ensure that President Trump never saw another day in that office. And there's a reason why. Look at what has uncovered in just 2 weeks' time. We are only in week 3, my friends, week 3 of a new president, and he has been all over the United States and in many cases been in different areas of the world, and he has just started. He's just getting started. And now we are at the point where the cabinet picks, the Tulsi Gabbards, the Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s, the Kash Patels, need to be confirmed by the U.S. Senate. We are pussyfooting around, trying to play games, running out the shot clock, or doing everything we can to try to play cover because we don't want this person or the Senate plays this game. Well, we're looking at somebody's history and we're saying, well, you said this and you said this and we said this and you said this, and we're talking about a tweet that somebody said 2.5 years ago, and you're taking it out of context, and we're playing these games. No more games. Do you understand when President Trump said that he does not want any more games? What he meant by that? That means no more pussyfooting around. Okay? We know what the problem is. So what we're going to do is we're going to fix it. Okay? We're not going to push it down the next week. We're not going to kick the can down the road. We're not going to blame it on somebody else. No. We're going to address the issue, whatever that case is, and we're going to deal with it. Now, the biggest issue going on in this country right now is our budget. You can't have a successful nation if you keep spending Mother Hubbard's cupboard to a point where it is unable to pay back the loans and the money that is borrowed. You have to make serious cuts. And the USAID is just one example of where the government wastes money or is using money in a way that benefits no one. And the Democrat Party and the opposition to President Trump, even within the media, are fighting this, are trying to find an angle which makes this look bad. Now, who the hell do you people work for? That is my question. Jamie Raskin, Chuck Schumer, mainstream media, who it is that you people work for is my concern. Because what you're reporting is really concerning. What you are saying to the American people is very concerning. Have you not listened to yourselves at all? Or all of you just puppets that read the script that's been handed to you? Because if that's the case, you're gonna get removed. Look, we are in a different time in American history where the people, for the first time, are actually starting to communicate with one another. See, all of those divisions that you have placed over these past several decades, dividing blacks and whites, males and females, trans, and any group and any other status and any other movement, feminism, anything you can do to divide the American people, you have done. But the American people started to figure out, well, wait a minute, we're not exactly as different as you make us out to be. We are not really concerned about the issues that you have been putting forward in the mainstream about trans rights and men and women playing in each other's sports. And that is a waste of friggin' time. Nobody in their right mind really cares about that because most sane American people know it's all bullshit. The reason we have to fight it is because you have Democrat crazies pushing agendas, saying things that make zero sense. And this is hard to believe that this is a major political party inside America. Are the Democrats serious anymore? Are they really trying to put forth any serious ideas? The reason I have to ask that is because there is nothing good or anything that I have heard in the last 10 years that has come out of a Democrat's mouth that sounds, wow, that is a great friggin' idea. Can you name one? Can anybody please name one idea that they have proposed and imposed that's actually working? Nothing. But yet, to this day, you still have mainstream trying to call Trump out, trying to call Trump's people out, trying to make Trump's team look like they're a bunch of incompetent fools, when in reality, in just the 3 weeks' time of of Trump taking over office. Look at what's happened. Oh my goodness, like we didn't know that the CIA has got all of these front companies running behind the scenes where they're slushing off all of this money, throwing it into these special groups, okay? And those special groups really aren't doing anything. They're just a way to pull money from the American tax dollar, kitty, and then that money is reverted to some other program that you may not even know about. Look at the billions of dollars we sent to Zelensky. He can't account for almost half of it. And he wants to look at you and say, hey, you need to send me more money. And it's like, are these people, is everybody lost their goddamn mind? I mean, seriously, I'm quite concerned about many of the people who are working in that city up there. I think Donald Trump should initiate a welfare check for every senator and representative just to make sure that they're really mentally there, because part of me believes many of those are crazy people. Look, you got Jamie Raskin standing out on the front lawn of USAID when that man has no political power to stand on anymore. You had a preemptive pardon, you little bitch. You got a preemptive pardon for crimes that have not even been uncovered yet. And you want to stand there and lecture the American people or anything going on with this Trump administration. You have nothing. Just like the Democrats you sit right next to. You have nothing, you're offering nothing, and the American people have had enough. It is action. It is action through the wisdom and knowledge that has been acquired by the American people, and this Trump administration is to the reasons why you are seeing effective action in play as we speak. The promises made, promises kept is an easy thing to complete when you have the truth on your side. See, we have all of the receipts, all of the facts on our side, because when you live in truth and you stay in the lane of truth, there's nowhere to veer, because everybody understands that path. But yet, Democrats still tiptoe and play this damn game. It's still going on right now with the confirmations. Now, RFK Jr., I said, is going to make it through. Kash Patel is going to make it through. And I know, shockingly, everybody's saying, oh, Tulsi's dead. Trust me. Tulsi Gabbard is definitely going to get through. Now, they may not like all of these people, but as you can see, there's a reason why they are holding these people up. Just look at the effectiveness so far of Donald Trump and his team, Marco Rubio, Elon Musk, Kristi Noem. They are all playing a part in this administration in the different sectors. One dealing with the border, one dealing with California, some dealing with disasters, some dealing with trade issues. I don't know if anybody remembers the first 100 days of the last Trump presidency, but out the gate, Donald J. Trump, with his executive orders and then his mission that he had in play, the plan that he planned his work, and then he worked his plan. That's what he did in the last administration, and that's what he's doing in this one. The only difference this time, my friends, the only difference is that now an honest, true American team has been assembled. Let me reiterate that. A team has finally been assembled. A team is not a group of people who work together. A team is a group of people who trust each other. And in the first administration, the back alley deals and the bullshit games that were being played behind Trump's back is the primary reason he wasn't as successful as he possibly could have been. But as you can see, no more games. And when there no more games attitude is placed on everybody's agenda, you can see the direction we're heading. It's one vision, one goal, America first. And if you're not on that page, then the president, myself, and many of the people who are working our ass off every single day to ensure the direction this country goes is the right one, we got nothing for you. If you're not on this team and you do not want to put this nation first, get out. Get out before we remove you, because we're going to discover all of the games and nonsense that you've been playing. Like I said, we're only 2 weeks in, my friends. We haven't even uncovered, because once Trump gets Kash Patel in his FBI, once you have Pam Bondi over at Justice, once you have Tulsi Gabbard, a Director of National Intelligence, and once you get RFK Jr. in there looking at all the MAGA stuff, all of the Dr. Fauci, all of that. I mean, I want people to understand this is going to be must-see TV. You are only as strong as the information you provide yourself. You have to look at the data for what it is. Not what you want it to be, not what we believe it to be, not what we wish it to be, but what the reality truly is. And when you do that, you can work to fix, adjust, or make better whatever that thing is. But you have to have the truth in your hands. If you're playing the game where you're having sword fights with shadows, you are going to be there all day long, and never find any common ground. You're never going to find any accomplishment. What President Trump has done has assembled himself a team that are all experts in their living experience and how they operate within that Trump cabinet. Like I said before, the team is a group of people who work together and trust each other. Because you can't, look, I've always said, if the third baseman and the first baseman don't trust each other, every time the third baseman throws the ball to first, if the first baseman runs out of the way and doesn't catch the ball, well, they're not on the same team anymore, are they? Because they're not working together. And that's kind of what has happened in the first administration, which you can see is completely different in this one. No. I've had enough. And I know the American people and those who have watched this videos and have shared and have had communication with me, I know you have all had enough of this. But the way it stops completely is for us to continue to keep doing what we do. When we are called to make those phone calls, when we are called to get directly involved, when we're called to start talking to people in our neighborhoods or to give speeches or to bring communities together, that's what we're doing. And we're doing it every single day. Why? Because we need to change the way that the American people feel about, number one, being American again. This country has always been very good. We have just had shit leading us for so damn long that everybody thinks that, oh, it's just so corrupted and nobody cares and nobody does this and racism and sexism and thisism and this is. The isms have all been created. They're smoke screens designed to cause you and me to fight with each other. The fight is not between you and me, my friends. It never has been. The fight is where Trump is taking it, and that is to this government entity, this deep state apparatus that has been stealing your money, destroying your country, using the money that they have been taking and stealing to manipulate and screw you over while they make millions and billions in the process. No, I can understand now Trump, who is the epicenter of what most people would call success in America, a man who started at the bottom slowly and worked his way up to make billions of dollars. Now, granted, yeah, he may have started out a little bit better than some people, but at the end of the day, he's taken something a little small and made it into something very, very large. And look what he is doing to the nation he loves. When you put the right people in the right place at the right time, you will get the results you want. And who do these results benefit? They benefit you. They benefit you, America, which is why you need to respect the work that President Trump is doing, and the Senate needs to authorize and confirm every one of these picks going forward, bar none. We're done with the games. We're done with the holdup. You see the effectiveness of Trump. You see what he is doing. You see how the country is already turning around and how other neighboring countries are responding to the strength and position of this nation under Donald Trump. You see it happening. So it's time to get on board. It's time to get on board, start working with each other, start talking to each other. This Democrat versus Republican is an archaic term. They don't mean the words that they stand for anymore. So take those labels and throw them in the ditch. What matters is who these people are, who they are, how they vote, how they think, what they are doing to make your life and my life better. That is their entire litmus test. And so far, the team that Trump has assembled for you, for this great nation, is the best in the biz. It is the best in the biz. Every one of these people are the heavy hitters this country needs to take us into the next decade. I'm telling you, folks, it's a great time to be alive. But it's not only a great time to be alive, it's a great time for you to start changing the way you see the world, so in turn the world sees you through a different light. This is the time to start improving on yourself, to get yourself a little bit better. Because again, I'm telling you, as a person from experience who's been watching this arena of monkeys and bullshit playing out for years and years and years on end, I'm telling you this time it's different. I have not been wrong, and I wish my wife was still here I haven't been wrong about a lot of these political assumptions. And when I make a statement like this person is going to get in, that person's going to get in, this person, I'm never wrong when it comes to that. I'm telling you, every one of these picks are going to get through, and what you're going to see transpire over the next 100 days is going to be a masterclass in how you're supposed to lead a nation. America went from one of the biggest laughing stocks in the world to becoming probably, in my opinion, will be the most respected, greatest nation in which every human being will want to be a part of when this is over. Donald J. Trump, you have your hands full. Anything that the American people can do, we got your back. To all those out there who are watching this video, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for doing your part, because without you, this would not be where we are. We would not be where we are today. You have to remember the effort that you put in. But remember, every effort that you do put in is ultimately there to benefit the future of the generations that fall past us. We are supposed to leave this place better than we received it, and that's exactly what we're going to do. I hope to see you, my friends, on the battlefield. Check me out. I have many other videos out there, www.rollmanrevolution.com. I have a lot to say, and it's only I'm only beginning myself. So stay tuned. There's a lot more to come, and I want you to hang with me. Stick with me. I'm a pretty cool guy. Stick with me for the ride, because I think you're going to be quite surprised what you discover. And I will do my best to try to take what's complicated and break it down into the easiest understanding points so that you can go about your day and not have to get caught up within it. That's my job. Your job is to listen, contemplate, and then react. Wisdom is the action that you produce from the knowledge that you have gained, and I hope that the knowledge you gain over these next few years will last the test of time in your life. Start teaching your children what MAGA is all about, what being in America first, which nationalism is all about, being proud of the nation that you have, being proud of the leaders that you have. Because for decades, it's been an absolute shit show. You and I know that. And it's going to stop. It stops now. All right, my friends, I'll talk with you soon. See you out on the battlefield. It's only beginning. Got a lot. We have so much further to go. Gosh, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Must-see TV. Must-see TV. Watch these first 100 days. Watch these first 100 days. Oh, it's going to be absolutely beautiful. All right, my friends. I'll talk with you soon. Take care. Peace.